Well, hi guys, hope you're doing okay. Been watching a bit of YouTube today, and to be honest, to say that I was disappointed and demotivated and pissed off would be an understatement. I can't believe that the UK have a Prime Minister like Keir Starmer. I never voted for him, I'm not sure if you did, um, but the guy is a complete disaster. He's a train wreck for this country. It doesn't take anybody 5 seconds to open their eyes and walk around the town they live in, or city they live in, to get to grips and look around you and realise that sooner or later the white population of the UK will be a minority. It's not too far off, given the current insurgents that we've had off the boats, and they're going to continue. Somebody somewhere is facilitating all of this, because instead of the Navy going up to these boat people and yes, the invaders, the young middle-aged young fighting force coming in, it's like the Germans watching the British come over from the UK onto the shores of Holland. What would go through their mind if it's boat after boat after boat after boat, that the Germans are totally impotent to stop the boats? Well, it seems that we're impotent to stop the boats. There's no appetite for it for a start. Indeed, we don't have a navy there to stop us, and where's our navy? Well, we should have a navy there that stopped these boats coming in, but that's not the problem. The problem is now they're here. We have sufficient immigrants in this country who are now going to be clogging up the NHS. Healthcare, dental care, you name it, they get it. They get accommodation, they get fed, they get watered, they get clothed, and they get shoved in nice hotels. That's £7 million a day. A day! £7 million a day to house these poor waifs and strays that have been coming over on the boats. Oh dear me. I mean, it beggars belief. What would our grandfathers be saying? They'd be rolling around in their coffins, wouldn't they? If your granddad's passed, maybe the First World War, Second World War, people who fought for this country to keep it as it is and give us this fantastic country. What have we done? Well, it's not we, is it? It's the politicians that have done this. Politicians with an agenda like Keir Starmer. And the guy's a blatant communist, there's no two ways about it. He is truly evil guy, and we need to get rid of him. And the sooner we get rid of him and change and close our borders and put our Royal Navy to good use and put them out there in the Channel, okay, and rounding these people up that have no right to be here and start to deport them en masse. But the thing is now, it's too late. This is what I'm trying to say. I can't put a smile on my face now. There's nothing to look forward to in this country apart from street wars. NHS is being deconstructed, annihilated. All these people are going to have things wrong with them. They're all clogging up the maternity wards because they can have 3 wives and 5 babies each. So go into any NHS hospital now and look at outpatients departments, and it's a sea of people, isn't it? Non-white people. I don't have a truck with Negroes, okay, who've been here a long time because they were the early settlers and they came in. But there comes a point when enough is enough, and we have the patience of a saint, don't we, us Brits? But enough is enough. We need to get out of the European ECHR, whatever they call it, Court of Human Rights, because we have the rights. We cannot repatriate these people en masse, because they'll claim a foul, and they'll be flooded in solicitors, and it'll be the whole machine will come to a stop of mass exporting. You simply cannot round up these people. It's like knitting fog. You cannot round these people up now that are here illegally, that are in the hotels at £7 million a day. I'd love to get £7 million a day, wouldn't you? Of course you would. What about the NHS? What cost is it to the British taxpayer now? They get free dental care, free legal advice, free health care. They haven't paid a bean into it. All they do is take out of it. We're importing mass parasites, and you know what happens to a living body when it's full of parasites and getting nothing back but poison that's making us ill? Well, we're going to die. The United Kingdom is about to die. We're being strangled, held to ransom. Our country is under attack. We are, right today, at war. We just haven't realised it and woke up and smelt the coffee yet. Give it time, and maybe the idiots out there who are saying, come on in, we love you, multiculturalism, we'll see how long they last before they get an Allahu Akbar. It's, these people have fled. They haven't fled a war-torn zone. Not at all. They're all young, fit, fighting age men. Show me the children, show me the wives that have come with them, and the poor little waifs running away from what? What are they running away from, and why are they coming here? Because we have benefits. They get taken care of better than the UK people, the British people. There's no problem. Come on in, you're entitled to this, you're entitled to that, you're entitled to the other, without paying a bean into the circus, into the whole circuit. Nothing into the establishment, is there? They just get it all out. They must be thinking they've died and gone to their version of heaven, whatever it is. Praying to Allah has obviously worked for them. Safe housing, nice housing, sometimes 5-star hotels, free food, free healthcare, free dental care. Doesn't it make you sick? If I have to go for a filling to a dentist now, I have to pay in the region of £75 all in after the checkup. And these illegals are here. What are we going to do with them? We simply don't have the mechanism now to put this genie back in its bottle. So am I optimistic about the future of Britain? Hell no. I think Keir Starmer has been a traitor to the United Kingdom. He's betrayed the First World War guys, the Second World War guys, and everybody else who's currently serving in the armed forces and the police force and our security agencies. It's like trying to knit fog, trying to round these people up now. Because you don't know who they are, where they've gone. They will do a runner if they know they're on the hit list to be deported. Of course, where's Mohammed? I don't know where he's gone. Well, do you think they're going to blow the whistle on their buddy to tell the authorities where he's gone? Don't worry, he'll still get his benefits. He'll still get his free dental treatment and health care. If he gets knocked over by a bus, he'll be taken straight to the hospital and cared for like a child. And what happens is you and I, we need surgery, and that's not the operating theatre. It's just stuffed full of these people because they take priority over the people who've paid for years into the NHS. You try getting a hospital bed now, you'll be lucky. We only have so many operating theatres that are available for surgery, and guess who's taking up a lot of space on these operating theatres? Yeah, I needn't say. I'm just pig sick about the way that Keir Starmer has, single-handedly almost, screwed up knowingly and deliberately the United Kingdom. The longer we keep this fat turd of a liability, Keir Starmer, sorry, but I think he is. I think he's all full of hot air. He looks like a public school boy toff that you just want to, you know, I just wish I could punch him in the face, but I can't. I go to prison, believe it or not. But if he was in Handswich, the guy must be, I don't know who he's working for or with to smash up the UK and destroy it. What's his agenda? Is he really a commie? Not far off, I don't think, but you know, his changes, he says one thing and then does another, or says one thing to somebody else and says something else to someone else. You can't trust the man. He looks like a wet kipper. I think if you punched him, he'd cry. He would. He'd run to his mummy. Oh God, I'd like to. For what he's done. He's betrayed every Brit in this country. And he's the Prime Minister. Well, shame on those who voted for him. That's all I can say. Whoever voted Labour had to be insane. That's all I can say on that one. I'm heartbroken about this, losing our country. Look at the time, you know, we've been loads of wars, well, primarily big ones, First and Second World Wars. We've come out fighting, we worked bloody hard to rebuild this country. And then they come on the boats. And they fly over, believe it or not, as well, yes. And they're in. It's unbelievable. It's harder for me as a Brit to get into America on holiday than it is for someone who's just come in off the boat and gets straight in and gets benefits this, benefits that, free this, free that. Do I get that when I go abroad? No, I have to pay insurance for dental or healthcare. If I go to America, I have to have extra insurance. I'm not a parasite to America. If I have an accident, I'm covered. But this lot, they come and get the best healthcare in the world, available in the world, free of charge. And yet your granny or my granny or granddad might need a new hip. Fat chance of that. The operating theatres are full up of either caesarean sections for these guys' wives, if they have them. Don't forget they can have more than one wife. Yeah, they're knocking out babies to outbreeders. It's a numbers game. It's a dead cert that the white person will be in this country a minority within 10 years. We're nearly there. Ask Enoch Powell if he was still alive. He must be spinning in his grave. I'll tell you what, he's not the only one who's going to be spinning. You know, we're the ones who are going to have to pick up the mess. Keir Starmer can get on an aeroplane and pissed off to somewhere in Barbados or wherever he wants to run his fat little ass to. Yeah, good riddance. But then he's going to leave a mess behind, isn't he, for the next poor sod to come in and sort out. But, like everything else, we'll just replace him with some other genius. Not. I hope not. There can only be one like Keir Starmer, and I don't dislike human beings generally, but I cannot stick that slime ball of a two-faced lying hypocrite. I mean, to call him a bastard would be too nice. I can't say the words I really want to say about him. I'd like to tie him to a wall, personally, blindfold him and shoot him, tie him to a post. Because he's a bloody traitor. He's a communist, without a doubt. And he's smiling on one side of his face and looking sincere on the other. Yeah, excuse me, he says to us, as I smash him in the face with my fist with these stupid suggestions and impositions he's going to put upon us. How anybody could vote for Keir Starmer is beyond me. Folks, I can't even be positive about the future of the UK anymore, because they're even talking about putting the asylum seekers, bless their little hearts, wanting asylum. Asylum for where? Perfect safety where they were before? No, but they didn't get benefits too much on the way where they were before. Where they come on the boat. Here they come. Plop. Straight in, sign on, get benefits immediately, free dental care, free health care. Oh man, this is great. We're stuck in a 5-star hotel. What a tragedy. Yeah. Can you see that? We're not going to get them out, and there's nowhere to put them at all. But where's all their women and children? They'll be coming later when they've taken over the country. Don't stress about it. They'll be here soon, one way or the other. And don't even think about getting an appointment to see your local GP. Dream on, sunshine. It's just not going to happen. Look at all these people that need to be seen. You know, I don't even want to turn the telly on and listen to the news or read the newspapers. I'm walking past news agents like this. I don't want to see it. It makes me feel physically sick. I can't watch the TV now without wanting to throw up at the mere suggestion and hearing Keir Starmer this, Keir Starmer that, the Labour government. I'm not interested. Because nothing you or I can do to reverse what has currently happened in this country. We've just got to suck it up like we always do. We can protest on the streets, if you like, being smacked on the head by an out of control policeman who's yet again on overtime and doesn't really, might have a dog in the race, you never know, but they've got to do their duty. Breaking up riots and things like that as well. We wouldn't have to break up riots. We didn't have the illegal immigrants pouring in, causing trouble, smashing up businesses. Why would they want to bite the hand that feeds them? That's the question on my lips. What more do they want? They get free housing, hotels, really nice ones. They get fed, they get healthcare, they get dental care, they get legal advice. They get more than you and I. You try invading their country with gangs and gangs and gangs of Caucasian white Christian people. You see what they get. They will get decapitated, hung, stabbed, beaten up, murdered. But they can come over here and just walk straight into a 5-star hotel. I'll come in, you must be so cold and wet. Have some dinner. And don't worry, the British taxpayer will pay for all of this. Dental treatment. Oh, you need surgery? You got a hernia? We'll sort that out for you. Come on in. I cannot stand these holier than thou, super duper, love everybody, be nice. Look where being nice has got us. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm absolutely exhausted at thinking about it. I get depressed. No, I'm not suicidal. It'd have to come to some serious stuff before I committed that one. Harry Carey. But I just think I was looking forward to a pleasant retirement. Ain't going to happen. No. Both of my adult children are in the armed forces. My wife and here sit looking at each other thinking, what are we going to leave our children now? Adult children. What have we got? This bloody house, that's it. That's all we've got to show for 30 years of hard slog and work. A house. Split between the pair of them. I'm not a multi-millionaire. I haven't got this money to dish out to my kids. We've worked all our lives, my wife and I, bringing up 2 kids to become fantastic adults, and they're both in the armed forces. And we sit here in this shell of a house now, it's empty. More bedrooms we can think of. Rattling around, missing our children, because they're the only things that give us any sanity in life. We look forward to them coming home. That's my big thing to look forward to, is when they occasionally pop in for the weekend. That's the highlight of our life. That's all we've got to be grateful for, is that we've got 2 healthy adult children in terrific careers, and they're safe because they're both in the Royal Air Force. I know they're safe in that sense. They're well looked after, and I can attest to that, because when I was in the Air Force I was well looked after. Medical, dental, everything, legal, all this stuff, it's all free in the Air Force as well, folks. Okay, so I'm just grateful that I can relax a little bit, take a deep breath and say, shut the barriers, love, put up the blockades at the window, close the curtains, lock the front door, don't answer it any time after 6, CCTV cameras on, great, let's chill out. Fortunately we live in a nice area, but it won't be long before we see some evidence of contamination, even in the posh little place I happen to live in. There's no escape, folks, because like the Ayatollah said, we don't need a war. We will just simply outbreed them. Now we've got the breeding stock. We've got studs in every hotel in the country just waiting to impregnate the females they happen to get their hands on. And they can have more than one wife, of course, so it'll be super fast conversion. Just one thing though, we haven't got enough maternity rooms and maternity facilities to cope with masses and masses and masses of Muslim wives having babies. What are we going to do with them all? That's food for thought, folks. Take care, love you all. Try not to get too depressed. Think of a day, maybe, I don't know, perhaps it's wishful thinking, that we can do some germ warfare maybe. That these germs will only attack these ethnic brethren that are invading us. That's it, specific germ warfare. Wouldn't it be good? We could spray it in a chemtrail above the city. And all we have to do then is pick up all the bits and bury them. Or burn them. That's wishful thinking, but there you go. That's the musings of an idiot white man, isn't it? In my dreams. Well, I don't know why our forefathers fought all the wars they did to keep Britain as it was just for us. Our politicians, such as they are, have seen to it that our country now is lost. I think we're the last generation to survive this as Caucasians in this country. It's all downhill, folks, from here. And I don't think even Nigel Farage and co can sort it out. It'll be a long time coming, and there will be, sadly, civil war in this country, and it's not going to be too long before it kicks off. Just the musings of an old fart, as I said. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, appreciate it if you subscribe. Every little helps.